Okay, let's unpack this travel conundrum that pops into so many of our heads when booking a long flight. Standard economy, well, it can feel like a test of endurance, right?
Definitely.
And business class tempts us with those dreams of flatbeds. But then there's premium economy, that intriguing middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just economy with a fancy name? Or could it be, the savvy traveler's secret weapon? That's exactly what we're diving into today.
Precisely. For anyone out there planning their next big trip and just staring at those fare options, you're likely asking yourself, does paying extra for premium economy actually translate to a significantly better journey?
Or is it just clever marketing?
Exactly. Is it just a ploy? So our mission today is really to cut through the noise, look at the latest intel, and help you decide if premium economy offers that sweet spot, enhanced comfort without requiring you to remortgage your house.
Right. And to really get a handle on this, we've been digging deep. We've looked at the most recent airline cabin class awards, pored over detailed reviews from travelers who've actually been there, done that,
Yeah, the real experience.
on airlines like Cathay Pacific, Emirates, Eva Air. We even ventured into the no-holds-barred territory of online price comparison forums.
Oh, those can be brutal, but informative.
Absolutely. Plus, we've examined a pretty comprehensive chart comparing premium economy features across a whole range of carriers. So, let's get started, shall we?
Let's do it.
For those of you who might be newer to the world of cabin classes, what exactly is premium economy in the first place?
Well, according to the experts at Seat Guru, premium economy is really established now as its own distinct cabin class. It offers a step up, in both seating and service, primarily on international routes. Think of it as strategically positioned between standard economy and the luxuries of business class. The key upgrades you'll typically find compared to regular economy include a noticeable increase in legroom, usually somewhere in the range of 5 to 7 extra inches.
Ah, those inches. It might not sound like much on paper, but on a 14-hour flight. Wow.
Oh, it's huge. Feels like winning the lottery, like you said. And you might also enjoy an extra inch or two in seat width and a more generous seat recline, maybe an additional 2 to 3 inches there.
Okay, so more space overall.
Exactly. And it's not just about the raw space. Premium economy seats, they often come equipped with adjustable headrests, lug rests, sometimes even lumbar support. That can make a real difference in long-haul comfort.
I definitely need that lumbar support.
Yeah. You'll also likely find a larger personal entertainment screen, help pass the time, and importantly for many of us, access to laptop power ports.
Crucial.
Absolutely. And depending on the airline, you might even see an improvement in the quality of the food and beverage service.
Okay, so on the surface, it definitely sounds like a worthwhile upgrade. But which airlines are truly excelling? Delivering a top-notch premium economy experience. Let's talk about the airlines getting recognized.
Right. So the 2025 Airline Ratings World's Best Airline Cabin Class Awards, they actually resulted in a tie for the coveted title of Best Premium Economy.
A tie. Really?
Yeah, both Emirates and Qantas sharing the top spot.
Huh. That suggests they're both doing something pretty special then. What made them stand out?
Well, interestingly, the awards highlighted that there were actually 9 airlines in total offering exceptional premium economy products this year.
9, okay.
Yeah, a strong field. They specifically called out Air New Zealand, Singapore Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Japan Airlines, and Virgin Atlantic as providing, really impressive features.
Like what specific?
We're talking about those much appreciated leg rests, a satisfying amount of recline, wider seats giving you a bit more elbow room, thoughtful amenity kits, dining that kind of aims for a business class feel, and enhanced in-flight entertainment systems that can actually keep you entertained.
So a pretty strong feel then.
Yeah.
What was it about Emirates and Qantas that put them just sort of a nose ahead?
It appears the deciding factors came down to what the award citation described as relatively small, seemingly insignificant details.
Ah, the little things.
Exactly. Things like having dedicated cabins, that sense of a more exclusive space, and even dedicated lavatories specifically for premium economy passengers.
Oh, dedicated toilets. That's
It
big love.
can be. And the quality of the blankets contributing to better sleep, and even the strategic location of the cabin within the aircraft. The judges found that where one airline might have had a slight edge in one area, the other compensated with excellence elsewhere, hence the tie.
Okay, that's fascinating. It really is often those little things that make a big difference in the overall travel experience. So we know who the champions are, notionally. But let's get down to brass tacks and really dig into what the premium economy experience is actually like on some specific airlines. Let's start with one of the co-winners, Emirates.
Okay, Emirates. They've certainly been generating a lot of buzz around their new A350 aircraft, and their premium economy cabin on this plane has some noteworthy features. One of the first things you notice is they've opted for a 232 seating layout.
232. That's a bit less common, isn't it? Usually 242.
It is less common.
That immediately sounds more appealing, though potentially more personal space, especially if you're in a window or aisle seat. No climbing over two people.
Exactly right. And reviews of their regional A350 layout, which features a more sort of intimate cabin with only 21 premium economy seats. They've described it as incredible, intimate, and private.
21 seats. Wow, that is small.
Very. They even mentioned the long-haul version will have just 28 seats, so it maintains that feeling. And what's quite impressive is that even on a short one-hour flight, passengers reported getting pre-departure service. You know, refreshing towels, welcome drinks.
On a one-hour flight, that's a nice touch. Definitely sets a different tone from the get-go. What about the seats themselves? Are they as spacious as that 232 layout suggests?
Yeah, the seats are reported to feel wide and offer a generous amount of recline, along with both an adjustable headrest and a footrest, crucial for long haul. They've also incorporated some thoughtful storage solutions.
Okay.
Interestingly, while the layout of the in-flight entertainment screen is similar to economy, there's the added bonus of storage space below the screen. But one thing to keep in mind, the reviewed experience only had USB-C charging ports.
Just USB-C. Good heads up for anyone still rocking the USB-A cables. Need an adapter.
Definitely need that adapter. Now, let's talk about the less glamorous but equally important stuff like where you go when nature calls. What's the lavatory situation like on the Emirates A350 Premium Economy?
Yeah, the dedicated toilet point earlier was interesting.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting and frankly a bit surprising. Premium economy passengers on the Emirates A350 are officially permitted to use the business class lavatories.
Wait, business class bathrooms?
Seriously.
That's practically unheard of. That could significantly cut down on those mid-flight queues. Okay, Emirates, you've got my attention. What about the actual in-flight experience, like the meals? Does the premium extend to the food?
Well, on the short flight that was reviewed, the meal consisted of sandwiches, and the presentation was noted as being pretty similar to what you'd expect in economy.
Okay, so maybe not a huge upgrade on shorter hops, food-wise.
Seems that way. However, the real point of discussion surrounding Emirates Premium Economy seems to be the price. It's been described as shocking by some.
Shocking. How so?
Often nearing what competitors charge for a business class seat on longer routes. They cited examples like Singapore to Dubai, Singapore to Brussels, London to Dubai, where the premium economy fare was alarmingly close to business class on other airlines.
Wow. So while the product sounds incredibly appealing, that price tag might be the real hurdle for Emirates Premium Economy. Sounds like you're paying a serious premium for that premium.
It certainly seems that way.
What about the other winner, Qantas? What can you tell us about their premium economy offering? Did the sources give more detail there?
Unfortunately, in this particular set of sources, the info on Qantas's premium autonomy was somewhat limited. It basically just stated they tied with Emirates, excelled across all areas. So we know they're top tier, but the specific details of their features weren't really elaborated upon here.
Fair enough. Something to look into another time, maybe. Let's move on to some other airlines making waves. Vietnam Airlines, for instance, was highlighted as focusing on value. What does that look like in practice?
Yeah, with Vietnam Airlines, the emphasis seems to be really on providing more bang for your buck. While the meals served in their premium economy are the same as economies, although drinks might be in glassware on some routes, plastic on others, passengers still benefit from significant perks. Priority check-in, priority boarding, priority baggage handling. The seats themselves are in a spacious 232 configuration, offer generous legroom up to 107 centimeters pitch on their 787s.
That's quite a bit.
It is, and you also get practical additions like USB charging ports, travel kits, even cosmetics packs, all without that, significantly inflated premium price tag you might see elsewhere.
So you might not get gourmet meals, but you're getting those valuable extras, more space, time-saving priority services. That can definitely take some stress out of travel, especially on a long journey.
Exactly. Then we have TUI. They're a bit of a newcomer to these top-tier awards, apparently, and are also offering what's being described as an attractive value proposition for premium economy.
Okay, TUI. What sets them apart?
TUI premium economy passengers get priority check-in and boarding, a comfortable 38-inch seat pitch, adjustable headrests and footrests, and an amenity kit with noise-canceling headphones, blanket, pillow.
Noise-canceling headphones included. Nice.
Yeah, that's a good perk. They even kick things off with a pre-takeoff glass of Prosecco
Ooh, fancy.
and offer complimentary premium drinks throughout the flight. Now, their dining is similar to economy 4-course meal, then a lighter second meal, but it's worth noting they might use plastic instead of glassware for drinks.
Prosecco before takeoff. Sounds like a nice way to ease into a flight. Seems like some airlines are focusing on those extra touches to make it feel more special, even if the core meal isn't dramatically different.
Exactly right.
Now let's talk about Cathay Pacific. They have a strong reputation generally. What's their premium economy like, especially with their newly refitted 777s?
Right. Cathay Pacific's new premium economy, as seen on the refitted 777, mirroring their A350, features a 242 configuration.
Back to 242.
Back to 242. The seat itself has an interesting design, though. A hard shell for, added personal space, and a separate, more comfortable seat cushion. You'll find a reading light, storage pocket, a bifold tray table with an extra little drink table.
Handy.
Yeah. The entertainment screen is large, touchscreen, with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth headphone connectivity.
Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Finally, no more tangled wires.
Right. And they provide good charging options, USB-A, USB-C, and universal power points in the central column between seats.
Sounds very modern, well-equipped. That hard shell seat design is intriguing, though. Does it impact the recline?
Interestingly, despite the hard shell, the seat does recline. However, the reviewer noted the mechanism on these newer planes can feel a bit stiff initially.
Needs breaking in.
Maybe so. They also mentioned a minor issue with the call bell responsiveness on their flight, but overall the experience was described as a really wonderful flight, and the cabin itself praised as very sleek, very nice, with that appealing new product smell.
So maybe a couple of minor teething issues, but generally very positive. Okay, let's pivot slightly. Thinking about flying to Asia, EVA Air was highlighted as a surprisingly solid middle ground for those longer flights.
Yes, EVA Air's premium economy on routes like LAX to Taipei on their Boeing 777, though their newer 787 seats apparently look amazing, offers a 242 layout.
Okay.
Now, the key takeaway here, based on reviews, is the importance of strategic seat selection.
The insider tips.
Exactly. The recommendation is definitely try and snag one of the two seat sections along the sides. Avoid the middle block of 4 seats. Apparently, that feels much closer to standard economy and might not justify the extra cost.
Good tip. Always check that seat map. What kind of space are we talking dimensions-wise?
You get a 38-inch pitch, 19.5-inch width, 8-inch recline, plus a footrest. One minor drawback mentioned was that you can definitely feel it when the person in front reclines.
Yeah, that can be annoying.
It can. It's also worth noting, lounge access isn't included with premium economy on EVA Air, and boarding is done with Group 4 alongside economy passengers. The reviewer felt that didn't quite align with the premium aspect.
Okay, so maybe not all the ground perks. What about in the air on EVA Air?
In the air, EVA Air seems to hold its own. The food was praised excellent variety, good quality. They provide a nice amenity kit from Hunter. Slippers, lotion, chapstick, mask, earplugs, toothbrush. You even get a water bottle at boarding.
It's a decent kit.
Yeah. Drinks are unlimited soft drinks. Well, drinks, beer, wine, although they are served in paper cups. And the wine itself wasn't rated particularly highly.
Paper cups in premium. That does feel like a small detail that could elevate things a bit more if they changed it.
It does seem like a minor cutback, doesn't it? However, pricing-wise, EVA Air Premium Economy on that LAX Taipei route was around double the cost of economy and about 1/3 the cost of business class.
Okay, so potentially attractive value, especially if you get those side seats.
Exactly, especially if you snag those 2-seaters. And it's also good to know you can book EVA Air Premium Economy using points from various programs, Avianca Life Miles, EvaZone Infinity Mileage Lands, ANA Mileage Club.
That's really valuable info for the points collectors out there. Okay, let's shift attention now to the battleground of transatlantic and transpacific routes between 2 major U.S. carriers, Delta and United. They're both apparently investing heavily in premium economy.
That's absolutely right. Both Delta with their Premium Select and United with Premium Plus are clearly recognizing the growing demand for this more comfortable middle-class air travel experience. Delta has a really ambitious goal: Premium Select on 85% of their international routes by April 2025.
85%, that's a massive rollout. What are some key features in their Premium Select?
Delta's A350 Premium Select boasts a generous 6-inch recline, and they're emphasizing a more refined dining experience, curated meals, plus those thoughtful extras like proper pillows, blankets, accessible power outlets.
Okay. And how's United responding with Premium Plus?
United's been rolling out their new Premium Plus across their 787 fleet. These seats offer a comfortable 19-inch width, 38-inch pitch, in that 232 configuration again.
Ah, the 232 seems popular for new installs.
It does. Passengers also get larger 13-inch entertainment screens, enhanced headphones on the longer routes, and they offer discounted access to their United Club lounges.
Discounted lounge access. Okay. So both offering more space, better entertainment. What are some other key differentiators between them?
Well, United Premium Plus adds some appealing perks on the ground. Priority security lane access at 47 airports, 2 free checked bags, quicker check-in and boarding.
Those ground benefits can save a lot of hassle.
Definitely. Delta, on the other hand, is now featuring Premium Select as standard on their Seattle to Singapore route. And United is doubling the number of Premium Plus seats on Chicago to Tokyo flights. So you can see they're focusing on these key long-haul markets. It's clear both airlines see premium economy as a significant growing segment.
It definitely sounds like competition is heating up, which is ultimately good news for us travelers, right? More options, hopefully better value. Which brings us to the fundamental question. With all these varying features and service levels, when does paying extra for premium economy actually become worth it? Let's delve into the cost factor.
Right. This is where the calculus really comes in, and it becomes quite specific to, your individual circumstances. According to SeatGuru's data, for transatlantic flights, if you're booking well in advance, premium economy will generally set you back around 85% more than standard economy.
85% more.
Okay. However, if you're booking closer to departure, that premium can shrink considerably, down to around 35%, sometimes even dipping as low as just 10% more.
Wow, only 10%. That potential for a much smaller surcharge closer to the travel date is a really valuable insight. What about those longer trans-Pacific routes? Similar dynamic.
Across the Pacific, the price difference tends to be a bit more consistent, unfortunately. Premium economy fares are generally about 95% more expensive than standard economy. Basically, almost double the cost.
Okay, so nearly double, usually for trans-Pacific. Seems like the route and booking time really matter for value. Based on the data, then, when is premium economy generally considered a good deal?
SeatGuru suggests that if the extra cost to upgrade is in that range of just 10 to 15% more than standard economy, that's when it can really represent good value, particularly if you prioritize that extra comfort on a long flight.
10 to 15% feels like a reasonable threshold for a significant comfort boost.
It does. They also recommend keeping an eye out for day of travel upgrade opportunities. Airlines might offer discounted upgrades if the cabin isn't full. And as you mentioned earlier, if your company's travel policy doesn't permit business class, premium economy is an excellent way to get a more comfortable experience while staying within the rules.
That's a great point about corporate travel, a clever way to navigate those restrictions. Now, how do premium economy fares compare to, well, the often eye-watering prices of business class?
Generally speaking, premium economy is typically around 65% less expensive than business class on the same route.
65% less. That's substantial.
It is, but it's crucial to remember the level of space and amenities in business class are significantly different. You're often talking up to 50% more legroom, much greater recline, often fully flat, more substantial rests for sleeping, and noticeably superior food and drinks.
Right. So while you're paying considerably less than business for premium economy, you're definitely getting a noticeably less luxurious experience. It truly occupies that middle ground, doesn't it? Price and comfort.
Absolutely.
What are some real-world examples or perspectives on when premium economy really hits that sweet spot, balancing cost and value?
Well, the discussion on that Flyer Talk forum we looked at really highlighted this. The perceived sweet spot often occurs when the price difference from economy is, significant enough to feel the upgrade and comfort, but business class is just astronomically more expensive. Just not a realistic option for most.
Makes sense.
They specifically mentioned an example. London Heathrow to New York JFK. The extra cost to move from economy to premium economy was seen as reasonable, making premium economy a clear no-brainer for many, compared to the huge jump needed for business class on that route.
That perfectly illustrates that idea of relative value. It's all about what you get for the extra money compared to the other options available.
Are there any other strategies or alternatives for folks looking for a bit more comfort without maybe shelling out for premium economy?
Yes, the forum also brought up considering exit row seats in standard economy on long-haul flights.
Ah, the classic exit row gamble.
Exactly. These often provide significantly more legroom, and for passengers with certain elite statuses, they can sometimes be selected for free, but of course, there are potential downsides.
Right, like no storage at your feet during takeoff landing.
Precisely. And the seats often don't recline as much, or sometimes not at all, so it's definitely a trade-off to weigh. Okay, so as we bring this deep dive into the world of premium economy to a close, what's the ultimate takeaway for you, our listener, who's trying to decide if it's the right choice for your next trip?
Ultimately, the decision of whether premium economy is worth it is it's deeply personal. It really boils down to your individual priorities, your circumstances. You need to carefully consider your budget, the length of your
How
flight.
much you hate being cramped.
Exactly. Your personal tolerance for discomfort in standard economy. Also, the potential for scoring an upgrade through status or points, and even your preference for a specific seat location.
Exactly. So the key piece of homework for your next flight booking is to really investigate the specific features and the exact price of the premium economy cabin offered by your airline on your route.
Mm-hmm.
Then, critically compare that against both the cost and limitations of standard economy and the much higher price and luxury of business class. Doing that side-by-side comparison lets you really see where premium economy fits for you.
And, as airlines continue to refine and further segment their cabin offerings, it really does make you wonder, how will the value proposition of these different classes continue to evolve?
Yeah, what's next?
What will become the new normal for long-haul travel comfort? Will premium economy firmly establish itself as the go-to middle ground for even more travelers seeking a better journey without, breaking the bank? It's definitely a dynamic landscape to keep an eye on.